Synonyms of the word faithful: trusty, trustworthy, constant, true, loyal. Staying with or supporting a particular person, organization, or belief. Use the word in a phrase: a faithful servant, a faithful friend, a faithful dog, faithful to somebody, faithful to something. Use it in a sentence. She was rewarded for a long period of faithful service with the company. He has been a faithful reader of your newspaper for many years. He remained faithful to the ideals of the party. Trustee. You can rely on a trusty friend. He spent years of touring Asia with his trusty old camera. Mr. Johnson left his money with his trusty servant. Trustworthy. That you can rely on to be good, honest, sincere, etc. He was trustworthy and accurate to do this work. I tried to convince him that you're a trustworthy soul. I think these people are not trustworthy to work with them. Constant. Happening all the time or repeatedly. Constant interruptions. A constant stream of visitors all day. Children need constant attention. This machine is in constant use. The car is traveling at a constant speed of 60 kilometers per hour. His wife was his only constant and faithful friend in his life. True. Connected with facts rather than things that have been invented or guessed. Can you prove that what you say is true? All the rumors turned out to be true. The cinema is based on a true story. Loyal. Loyal to somebody. Loyal to something. A loyal friend. She is very lucky to have a loyal supporter like him. The minister has always remained loyal to her political principles. Don't believe him. He was not loyal to his former employer.
Synonyms of the word dispensation: liberty, distribution. Dispensation means a special permission, especially from a religious leader, to do something that is not usually allowed or legal. She needed a special dispensation to remarry. The sports ruling body gave him dispensation to compete in national competitions. You don't have such dispensation to announce the decision right now. Liberty means to live as you choose without too many restrictions from anybody. The concept of individual liberty is enshrined in the Constitution. The right to vote should be a liberty enjoyed by all. People fear that security cameras could infringe personal liberties. Distribution means the way that something is shared or exists over a particular area or among a particular group of people. The map shows the distribution of this species across the world. They studied the geographical distribution of the disease. They started the distribution of food and medicines to the flood victims.
Synonyms of the word combat: fight, battle, struggle, encounter. Combat means fighting or a fight, especially during a time of war. He was killed in combat. The youth in the country combat with unemployment. They started unarmed combat as they are run out of weapons. Fight means to take part in a war or battle against an enemy. The soldiers are all well trained to fight against them. My grandfather fought against the terrorists in Pakistan. They gathered soldiers to fight the invading army. Battle means a fight between armies, ships or planes, especially during a war. An argument or a struggle between people or groups of people trying to win power or control a legal battle for compensation. He had fought a gun battle with a group of gangsters. She is trying to win a legal battle for compensation. There is an endless battle between man and nature. Struggle means to try very hard to do something when it is difficult. They struggled just to pay their bills. India struggled for 100 years for independence. She struggled for 5 years to achieve success as a civil servant. Encounter means to experience something, especially something unpleasant or difficult or new. We encountered a number of difficulties in the first month of joining the course. He was the most remarkable man I had ever encountered. I had never encountered such hesitation before.
Synonyms of the word abandon. Relinquish, forego, forsake. Abandon means to leave somebody or something you are responsible for without any intention of returning. The inhabitants abandoned their belongings during the floods. She abandoned the match due to the injury. Unusually, the rain forced us to abandon our vehicles. Relinquish means to stop having something unwillingly. As he understood her intention, he relinquished her hand and stood aside. After searching many places, they had relinquished all hopes of getting him with life. I don't accept you to relinquish your control over the company. Forego means to decide not to do something that you would like to do. It is very hard to forego the lunch hour to attend the meeting. She decided to forego her comfort to save the life of innocent girls. His father warned him by saying that it is high time to prepare for exams and to forego his playtime. Forsake means to leave somebody when you have a responsibility to stay. He promised to his wife that he would never forsake her. They forsook the comforts of the city and went to live in the woods. It is better for you to forsake your participation in the game until you become good at it.
Synonyms for the word compensation. Stipend, remuneration, recompense, emolument. Compensation means something, especially money, that somebody gives you because they have hurt you, or damaged something that you own, the act of giving this to somebody. She received a cash sum by way of compensation. The price of the mobile phone was reduced to compensate for a defect. They received compensation from the government for the damage caused to their properties. Stipend means an amount of money that is paid regularly to somebody, especially a priest, as wages or money to live on. The corporation pays him an annual stipend of $15,000. Many companies pay monthly stipend to the learners to learn new courses. If you join this collage, you will get a tax-free stipend $10,000 every year. Remuneration means an amount of money that is paid to somebody for the work they have done. Generous remuneration packages are often attached to overseas postings. Nowadays, the actors are paid high remuneration for acting in risky shots. It's not remuneration, but satisfaction keeps you happy every time. Recompense meaning as noun. Something, usually money, that you are given because you have suffered in some way, or as a payment for something. There must be adequate recompense for workers who lose their jobs. I received $1,000 in recompense for loss of earnings. Recompense meaning as verb. To do something for somebody or give them a payment for something that they have suffered. There was no attempt to recompense the miners for the loss of their jobs. Higher pay is on offer to recompense players for the extra hours they'll be working. She believes that offenders should recompense their victims in some way. Emolument means money paid to somebody for work they have done, especially to somebody who earns a lot of money. He expected a logger emolument and he quit the job. She is able to take several trips in a year because she receives huge emoluments. John did not expect such an emolument for his work.